All right. And let's get it started. All right. Hello and welcome. Shalom, shalom. Tonight we are going to go over the healing and the herbs, and the healing of the herbs is going to be the horse chestnut. What is this going to do? What's it going to show to us? What are we going to find out? Well, this is another herb that, again, we can find out what it does, what it brings, what the healing process that it can bring to us. So each one of these is something that probably someone in your family can participate with. Someone in your family can actually know about this, that they can get, some kind of benefits out of this. So what we find out a lot of times is we need this, or we need this, or we need something else. And our body calls for certain things, right? So our body will call for certain things that it really, really needs. So the 7 health benefits for the horse chestnut: it may relieve symptoms of chronic veins insufficiency, where your veins, you know how the older people, does that look okay on YouTube? So how older people have the veins in their legs and veins, going across their body, you see these veins starting to pop out. Well, the reason for that is because of, various different reasons. We're not going to try to be doctors and go over things, but we're just going to try to let you know what this will do, right? So poor circulation that can cause the legs to swell, and chronic vein insufficiency, or CVI. If you take 300 megagrams of standard horse chestnut seed extract by mouth, it can reduce the symptoms of poor blood circulation, such as the varicose veins, pain, tiredness, swelling in the legs, itching, and water retention. Tiredness, we're going to try this tomorrow. All right, but it might be less effective than the maritime pine bark for reducing leg swelling and cramps. So it reduces leg swelling and cramps. It also helps out the veins, right? So what we need to find out is, how much do we need to take? What else will it help with? And what else can help us do this, right? What can help us with this? It may treat the varicose veins. It has potent anti-inflammatory properties, and it may relieve hemorrhoids. So all these things that we run into, we can find out how it can help our bodies, right? So when we get into these things and we start taking these things, that's what we can find out, right? Right. The veins, a lot of times, for whatever reason, that them veins pop out and they start causing problems. And for us to fix that and to do something about it is, taking this. I'm going to try to redo it here since it seems to be having a problem. Screen share. And we'll go to the benefits, and hopefully that will take that other off. Nope, looks like it's still there. Well, we're just going to keep on rolling, and hopefully this will take it out of there, right? I don't know why that's up there. Okay, keep the show rolling is what they say, right? So what we do is we find out, well, may relieve symptoms of chronic venous insufficiency. Symptoms can include swelling of the legs, leg and pain cramps, itchy legs, Varicose veins are enlarged, twisted veins that typically occur in the legs. Leg ulcers, weakness in the legs. A common treatment is compression therapy or stockings, which can increase blood flow to your legs. Have you ever seen people in the hospital and they get those things that go on their legs and they actually push them in and bring them out? It's also another reason how to keep people from getting a blood clot, right? So the swelling of the legs and the leg pain. It may treat the varicose veins. Varicose veins are swollen, bulging veins that typically occur in the legs and can cause CVIs. Horse chestnut seed extract may improve venous tone by improving blood flow in your legs. Additionally, it may help decrease leg swelling and pain associated with the varicose veins. In an 8-week study, 58% of participants who took the horse chestnut seed extract tablets containing 20 megagrams of acetylene 3 times daily and applied 2% acetylene gel topically twice daily had reduced the varicose vein symptoms like leg pain, swelling, heaviness, and discoloration. So obviously, the stuff works. So what we have to do is take it, find out what it will do. It has anti-inflammatory properties, potent, right? Very important, potent. It is a component of the horse chestnut extract with anti-inflammatory properties. It has been found to reduce inflammation related to injury. So even if you've had an injury, even if you have swelling, even if you have something wrong, then this might be able to help it because of the blood flow. So a lot of times what we find is when we get more blood, a lot of the problems with us, especially as we get older or have an accident or have something happen, the problem becomes is the blood. The blood's not flowing. It's not flowing like it used to. The body's just not working like it used to work. So what we have to do is take something and hopefully within about 6 to 8 weeks, these things bring the body back. This is not forever cures, really. Well, it is a forever cure, but it's not a forever doing it, right? It's not taking this for the rest of your life. It's usually 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, and then your body fixes itself, right? So, a review of 17 study observes that horse chestnut seed extract could help reduce inflammation and swelling in the legs and the feet. In addition, studies showed that applying the topical ointment containing this could reduce inflammation and swelling after trauma, surgery, and sports injuries. So you can just rub it on, right? However, this ointment also contained other anti-inflammatory compounds, making it unclear whether acetylene alone would have the same effects. So what we're talking about is just a straight thing here, not adding anything to it. Of course, you can add to it. You can put, other things with it, and that would be fine. But in this case, we're just talking about the horse chestnut, right? It may relieve hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids are a common health condition characterized by swollen veins around, we know, right? So the anti-inflammatory properties of horse chestnut seed extract may help relieve symptoms of hemorrhoids by reducing inflammation and swelling in the affected veins. So if we take these things together, we might find out that they help each other, but we have to be very careful in taking them with others. So I would suggest, that we just take one. That's what we're doing. We're just going over each one at a time and finding out what it does and how it can help. It has antitoxin properties. So these properties will do what? Help our bodies. All this is to help our body, especially people, there's diabetics, there's all kinds of things out there that the bodies are hurting and they're needing some help. You change your oil because if you don't, your engine's probably going to get full of sludge and dirt and it's going to wear it out quicker. So why not do the same thing with these here, that we bring things into our body to help achieve a better, longer life, right? So Horse chestnut seed has the antioxidant properties, compounds that can help prevent cell damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. And in most cases, that's where our problem starts. It's either our cells, T cells, some kind of cell, or the blood. But if we can repair the cells, if we can get the old nasty cells out before they cause damage, hopefully it can stop, cancers and things that are just going to explode and keep moving. So it helps prevent cell damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. Too many free radicals can lead to inflammation and cell damage. Horse chestnut seed extract is rich in flavonoid compounds, including corticinin and caprolactam, which have potent antitoxic properties. A test tube study found that both asin and horse chestnut seed extract have antitoxic properties, but that the horse chestnut seed extract had greater effects than asin alone, right? The asin alone. This may be due to the synthetic effects of the components in the extract. Wow, this is so much different than trying to read scriptures. So it can be helped out again at the cell level, that you can help your cells get rid of the old cells and help them repair the cells. And again, this is where most things start to go wrong. Before you figure out you have something, before your body goes into a violent rage, if you will, that it actually is letting you know something's going wrong. If you can repair it when you get a scratch, then you can repair it before it gets to be a real big problem. So horse chestnut seed extract contains antioxidant that may help protect against cellular damage caused by the free radical. Now, here we go. You got to be careful of this kind of stuff because you'll get banned, right? But this says what it says. Contains cancer-fighting compounds. Aside from its powerful anti-inflammatory properties, test tube studies also indicate that asin are the anti-cancer effects, right? So these things, we've known it for years. People studied it, and they know how to stop things from happening. These studies found that the asin could significantly reduce tumor cell growth in certain cancers like liver cancer, leukemia, and multiple myeloma. Melanoma, the skin cancer, leukemia, blood cancer, liver cancer, like internal, right? Leukemia is a very deadly, but yet if you can cure the blood, then you can fix it. You can stop it. So a lot of these things is what I've found out to my studies is you have to find out what it is. If you can find out if it's in the blood, if it's in the cell, which cells, T cells, B cells, if you can find out, and a lot of time that's taking blood tests, this test, biopsies, all that. But if you can do this before all these things and prevent it, then you don't get to that point. So, preventative medicine, preventive doing things is you never know. A lot of people say, well, how do you know? Well, if you don't got it, you don't really know, right? If you prevented it, you can't say, well, you would have, but you could have, right? Some good old hillbilly language there. You might have, could have, but I mean, that's what we'd rather have though, right? Is you don't know, but you're alive. You don't know, but you ain't got it. You're not diagnosed with it. So, me personally, I rather say, well, I don't know if it works that great or not, but I know I ain't got this and this and this and this, right? Now, did that stop it? Well, without actually having full-blown things, you have to bring it back, right? Unless you have the test tube and you see it all working together, but they know this as we see it. In addition to test tube studies, again, they are actually doing this. It can cause cell death in cancerous cells like pancreatic cancer and lung cancer. So why do we not have 1 million views on this? Why is there not why isn't everybody ordering this that got cancer? Because there's cancer places full, right? So why are they not saying, here, take this home and do this, instead of doing ports and this and that and destroying and hurting the body? At least try it, right? However, these studies use concentrated amounts of this asin, and it's unclear whether the amount found in the horse chestnut seed would have the same effects. More human studies in this area are needed before firm conclusions can be made. Conclusion, right? But what we're knowing is, of course we need more studies, but who's going to do them? Because sadly, most people, when you tell them this, even beforehand, and even when it starts out small, sometimes they just don't want to do it, right? So you have to do the preventive measures before it gets too late. When it gets too late, you can still double them up and work with it, though. Horse chestnut may have an anti-cancer effect. Still, more research in this area is needed before strong conclusions can be drawn. So, again, you have to go to your doctor and ask him, and of course, he's going to tell you, no way. But we have to do something, right? And this, again, this is not just one labeled thing. We're doing this for veins. We're doing this for hemorrhoids. We're doing it for all kinds of things that can help you out. And again, if it doesn't, then we try something else. But the whole point is trying something that doesn't destroy your body, that doesn't, and by all means, I'm not telling anybody not to do anything. If you have one of these terrible diseases, then by all means, make sure it's diagnosed, blood work, all the full heal, But the main thing, again, is prayer and knowing you're right with Yahweh. That's the biggest thing. May help with infertility. Some of these people that have problems with having children and things like that. Again, a lot of the ancients, a lot of the Indians, I believe the Essenes, I believe a lot of people, Chinese, I believe a lot of these people have this knowledge, had the knowledge, and still to this day have the knowledge. So they take this and they did these things, and it worked or it didn't. 2-month study in over 100 men with this associated infertility found that 30 megagrams of this every 12 hours improved the sperm density. So it works. The things that, a lot of things that we can run into on this side is not fighting against science, not fighting against the truth and facts. If it works, then indeed it works. Great. Let's try it. Let's take it. Let's, move ahead. So swelling in the veins near the testicles can cause infertility. A compound in chestnut extract has been found to improve sperm quality and decrease varicocele in men with varicocele-associated infertility. So the safety and the side effects. While the use of horse chestnut seed extract is generally considered safe, you should be aware of some safety concerns and the side effects. Unprocessed horse chestnut seeds contain a compound called acetylene, which is considered unsafe to ingest by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. Signs of poisoning include depression, muscle twitching, paralysis, and coma and death. Yeah, that's some pretty good indicators right there, I'd say. But again, what we have to understand is we have to know what we're looking at. We have to know, and I'd recommend, not going tromping through the woods and trying to eat mushrooms and things that you don't know what you're doing. Especially if you have a problem, you don't want to add to it, right? If you got veins, or you're having all these other problems, or especially a cancer or something, don't go picking berries unless you know what you're picking and try to swallow them and eat them, or tree bark, or whatever the case may be. Don't go and do it without knowing, right? Uncle Baum's jar of whatever may not be the best cure. But all this, and you can, of course, research it for yourself, that you look into the things and you see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, what do we got here? That's what it looks like. And what's awesome about, there's different companies. There's the herbal diet. There's bulk. I like the bulk ones. They have a bigger, obviously the name, the bigger thing of them. But the biggest thing is you're looking for is the best quality, right? The best, purest form of the stuff you can get. And the purest form you can get is exactly that. It's what will do. And what I've found is the powder, if you can find it in a powder, it helps better than the tincture. Why? Because the tincture has water or alcohol. You know, you don't want to put water into something that's helping you out, because you can drink water. You don't need the water in it. You don't need the alcohol in it. They do that, I believe, do 50-50 it to make it, you know, water it down, literally. So we have to be careful with taking things, but you also have to be careful with how you take it. And I would recommend, just like it says, to take it like it says, right? You don't take any more. These here I love because they come with these little, look at that. They're the cutest little spoons, and they come with it. And you're supposed to measure these spoons out, and you take it, and you take a little bit. I don't know if you can see this or not. Take a little bit here. What we're going to do is take our little spoon. And again, we ain't going to take too much, because we don't know. If you haven't ever taken this stuff, then you don't know what you're taking. You don't know how your body will react to it, right? You got this bag that I can't seem to open for some reason. Demonstrator. So what we want to do is, let's see, side effects, interactions, dosage, right? How much can we take? Horse chestnut extract has most often been used by adults in doses of 300 to 600 milligrams by mouth daily for 8 to 12 weeks. So a lot of this stuff is not, you know, I think that's why a lot of the pharmacy and a lot of them get so much quicker, because they have some potent stuff. You know, usually you want some results in a day or two, but if it took a while for your body to have this happen, it's probably going to take a little while to get over it. I know we don't like to hear that. We want it gone tomorrow, but results vary, as they say. So with that being said, it's to 600 by mouth, 8 to 12 weeks. And most of the extract products contain 16 to 20% of turpentine, which is a saphenoid, which is referred to as the SN, or the, you know, the product label will tell you. So again, when you take this stuff here, I'm going to take it out here and dump it in the thing, right? Like one of them bad movies, right? Don't sniff it. But what we have to do is add a little bit of go-go juice to it. And we'll see if it smokes or something. No smoking or nothing. And some of this stuff tastes like dirt. Some of it tastes pretty good. We have a demonstrator. Anybody want to come try a sip of this stuff? I can try it, I guess. You want to try it too? Somebody's got to drive to the hospital. All right. It looks like milk. I mean, it tastes like milk. No, that don't taste like milk at all. Yeah, kind of, yeah, like a quarantine taste to it. Yeah, that's some, better have a little bit of water for that. And this is distilled water.
You got the face I have when I
Find out.
use
Anyway,
liquid zinc.
Excuse me while I slobber on myself here. But You know, I'm not only a demonstrator, I'm trying to take the stuff too. So if my hair turns blue tomorrow, we'll all find out what happened. Now, a lot of this, again, is just, a lot of this I don't think can really hurt you too bad. We'll see. It also, side effects are mild, including digestion issues, upset stomach, dizziness, headache, and itching. So we'll see. But, a lot of these things, let's get some nasty taste to it too. Add some juice to that stuff. Blood thinners. It may slow blood clotting and increase the effects of blood thinners. Well, now you tell me, I already took it. Horse chestnut may lower blood sugar and cause levels to become low, even with diabetics medication. Anti-inflammatory drugs may reduce the absorption, which are drugs used to treat inflammation. Horse chestnut may have a diuretic effect, which could delay how fast your body processes lithium. Man, I'm gonna have to quit eating batteries again. A medication used to treat psychiatric disorders. Well, that might help. So, what we have is something that will help in various aspects. And it tastes so goody too, right? It is generally safe to take or use topically. However, there are some reported side effects, interactions with certain medications, and safe concerns with this certain medical conditions with associated. So there we go. There it was there. It can be found in stores and online in the form of capsules, tablets, liquid drops, essential oil, and the cream. And again, I think the cream would be great if you're putting it especially on the veins and on the legs and things like that. So it contains 16 to 20%. That's what you're looking for, really, is that acin. That's what it's called in it. That's the whole thing that really, I believe, crosses your eyes or does whatever it's supposed to do. But that's what's supposed to help your veins and everything. In most studies, the dosage used 100 to 150 megagrams of acin per day. Hence, potential toxic effects of higher doses are unknown. Therefore, it's best to follow suggested dosage instructions. So, hopefully it helps out. Hopefully somebody out there can use it. Or the biggest weapon we can have is knowing. If you look this stuff up and you can find out what it does and how it can help you, that's the biggest thing in knowing. That way, when you run across somebody that has them type of veins or has something wrong, you can say, hey, I know this weird guy on the internet that took some of this stuff and he ain't dead yet, I don't think. So, I believe in practice what you preach, and I'm not a doctor and I'm not portraying a doctor, not acting like a doctor. Again, it's all general information for everybody, and especially for people that have problems. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these things that we take, we take stuff, we'll eat something, somebody give you some candy bar, some garbage, and we'll eat it. We ain't got a problem with it, for a lot of us. Some people, more than others. A lot of times we look at the ingredients and stuff before we buy it. But the whole point is, why not take something like this and see, and then you have the knowledge. I'm not saying everybody, I'm not especially elderly or young or, don't take something if you don't need it. But if it can help somebody, because, the worst thing to do is somebody say, what's that taste like? And they go, oh, it tastes terrible. I'm telling you, that's what it tastes like. But we're not taking it for the appeal or the chocolate bar of it, right? Hey, there you go. Put that thing in a chocolate bar and wrap it around and then, but just playing, y'all, just playing. So the bottom line is horse chestnut extract has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and may help relieve pain and inflammation caused by chronic venous insufficiency, CVI. So, if you're in this cold environment and you are around things, or if you do something, you haul wood, you move this, you do that, you pull a muscle, you do this, you hurt something, that's where the inflammatory comes in, right? This is where your body starts saying, hey, that hurt me. What's going on? Let's sit down on the couch and watch a movie. Let's do something other than this. So this is another one of those things that hopefully can help you or somebody that, can use it for the various things. That is one of the better tasting ones, I'll tell you. So it may also benefit other health conditions like hemorrhoids, male infertility caused by swollen veins. The anti-inflammatory and antitoxic properties of horse chestnut make it a popular natural treatment for a variety of conditions. It's already popular and you didn't even know about it. The extract is generally considered safe to take, but comes with potential side effects and may interact with certain medications. Did I take my medicines today? Therefore, consult with your healthcare provider before taking this horse chestnut extract, right? So again, something to put out, something to do, that since we have personally been taking herbs and different things, acetanthin, predominantly just the acetanthin, really, some of the Korean ginseng and certain things like that. But these the things that help your blood, the things that purify your blood, the things that can help that are the things that can help your body. And if you find it doesn't harm you, it might be a good thing to do. And again, it's not a forever thing. This is not pharmacia. This is not a take it until you die. This is take it for 6 to 8 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, until your condition. The main thing of what I've seen is veins, those veins in people's legs that you look down, you see the veins, or you see the elderly people and they got these veins and, unsightly look to them. Why not use it? Why not? I mean, we don't know what them veins do. Obviously, they ain't supposed to look like that. They don't look like that now, they don't look at when you're young, you don't look down and see that. Or so obviously there's something wrong, probably stuff in the food, probably all kinds of whatever. But if we can take this chalky tasting stuff and it don't kill you, no, you got to have fun with it. And that's why another thing of doing these things is, I find it more rigid. Being a teacher and teaching Torah and teaching Bible and all that, you can't throw in too much humor. You can, but you can't get a lot of an in, because if you say something like that, there's always going to be, a knife, a sword in your back for whatever reason. But on this aspect, it's to help anybody who needs the help. And I've seen millions of people that need help. I've seen people from 3 or 4 different states, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Illinois, that need some serious help, that they need healing. And I know as a believer, we pray and we do believe in healing. We absolutely believe in Yahweh and Yeshua. We believe in healing. But at the same time, if he's put this stuff here, it's like somebody starving to death and say, well, I'm starving to death. Well, there's a field right there. Get to, go get you some tomatoes and some lettuce. And well, nobody's brought it to me and I don't know how to eat that. So, some of these things I'm starting to find out that if it's there for you, and we can find out because the scriptures talk about my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And sometimes that's just not biblical knowledge. It's all knowledge, all things that we should know. And if he said, they told him physician, heal yourself. Obviously, he knew something about being a physician and something about healing. The Essenes knew these things, I believe. You know, they was called healers. They had different things. Some of them we're still looking into, that they had all these different, types of healing things, and they called them healers and things like that. So we will pretty much leave it like that. Again, this is another horse chestnut extract. Right. Yeah, they knew a lot more than we do. We're playing catch up trying to figure out what this is. Here's the name of it. And again, here's what it looks like. Comes in a bag within a bag. And it's got a taste. Believe you me, it's got a taste. But I love these little spoons. These things are just the cutest little things. Right? That's the cutest little spoon. Which one? Here's the package.
Yes, that. Could you hold it there for a little longer, please?
What was that?
Can you hold it there for just a little bit longer?
Sure.
Back it up there, Jack. What does that say? What does the ingredients say in it?
Oh, it's supposed to be just pure.
Oh, I see. Okay. Extract powder, 20 milligrams. Okay, thank you.
All right. Yeah, a lot of this I try to find is just pure, no silicon dioxide, no rice. Rice is, they say, horrible for cancers. No silicone. It's even called silicae, I think. They name it so you don't know what it is. But what I try to find is the purest form I can find, and it shouldn't have any ingredients other than that ingredient. And the ingredient usually has like that name, and then it has its botanical name for people that are the botanists or botanicals, or I don't even know how you say that, but the people that deal with flowers and things, that they are the ones that they give these names. Yeah. But they put some things in the products, and they call it a silicone or silica or something like that. And it's actually silicone. If you check it out, it's silicone or silicone dioxide. It's a filler. That way you get more filler than you get product.
They also put magnesium stearate.
What's
which
that?
is not magnesium stearate.
Right.
Is a filler, but it's people see magnesium and they think it's a good thing, but it's not. It should be avoided. It's a filler. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, a lot of these things are just, you have to be careful with the ingredients because they'll put stuff in them, and you'll think it's a good thing. It looks, and just like when we first started out, we don't know. We're grabbing, the Walmart stuff off the shelf in the little bottles, and it looks good. We'll try it because it says it's this, but then when you find out and you read the back label and the ingredients are this long, and then you look them up, you're like, oh, wow. And then they say, that these different things are not good for you and they cause problems. So I try to get the purest form. Of course, and it's not, it's more expensive. You can get the cheapest stuff, but from what I found, if it's got all the fillers in it, you might as well go to Walmart and buy now some of these you can't even find at Walmart. Some you can. They come in pills or, but even with that said, look at the back of it, because even the acetanthin, I think you can buy it at most health food stores, but you don't get the true form of it, So a lot of it is just finding out the truest form, because the truest form is going to help you. And it's, when I say truest form, for people who don't understand it, that's just the plant, it's just the herb itself. It's just what it is. So if you take, the water and you add whatever to it, You put tap water in this, and then you add some ocean water to it. What's going to have ocean water? It's going to taste salty. What you get out of the benefits, you might still have some water, but you're going to get some salt to it. And if you add too much to it, then that's going to start breaking your body, dehydrating, hurting your body more than it helps your body. Just like you can't drink salt water or you'll die. You know, salt water doesn't really help you out. You have to get that salt and the stuff out of it. So the same thing is just getting the purest form of whatever you're doing. And again, if you can only afford whatever, then, you know, you have to start somewhere. You have to do something. But the purest form of it, and a lot of my stuff, like I said, Sri Lanka, India, China, different places. But these other ones, you know, some of them are right here in the good old United States. You can order them. They're in Illinois. They're in Florida. A lot of them in California. I don't know if they're sending me sand or what, but we'll see. So, you know, again, if you have anybody that has health problems or anything like that, then we can pray for them as well. It's got a gritty thing to it, I'm telling you. So, but if you have anybody that has any of these problems, or you have questions or comments about the products, again, I don't sell anything. I'm just buying them to help out. There's things that I've been chasing for 2 years that I'm just finding out that I can just finally get a hold of myself. Some of them are finding leg cramps and this and that, you know, just finding the general problems with people. But some of them, you know, who knows what it cures? Who knows what it can help you personally with? Not me, but you know, I mean, if you're healthy, usually you don't think about these things, but even if you're healthy and you're starting to get some age to you, maybe some blood, not thinners, blood helpers, liver cleansing, things of that might be, you know, beneficial to make sure those free radicals and those nasty things stay out of your body. So that is where we will end it. I believe that we are going to go over, trying to do this every week, every Wednesday, and do again another herb, or, you know, those little plant things that help us out. And we got a bunch of them, like a whole suitcase full of these things. And I just keep buying more because the more I find out, I'm just a researcher, you know. Same thing in the Bible, same thing into this. Yes, you know, yes, we got some friends that do it every year, do a liver cleanse. And they're not just your everyday friends. They're 78 years old, right? 78 and 76, I believe. And they're working well, not every day, but they work every day of the week, right? They have a store, a herbal shop, and they every Monday through Friday, and usually go on Sunday and check on it to make sure everything looks all right. So, you know, plus they have cattle, they have a farmland. I mean, these people are 78 years old and working like they're in their 30s and 40s and still going. So, you know, they must be doing something right. So just shout out to them too. Mr. Charles, Miss Paula, love you. So, you know, we love everybody and we want everybody to be healthy as we can. Yes. You know, we want everybody to be as healthy as you can. And that's what this all started. Praise Yahweh. That, you know, it came out of our sickness and our problems. And out of that, people look at you with that glazed donut look. You know, it's like, oh, bad to be you. Like, yeah, it sure is. You know, but it's, you know, your body is amazing. It can heal itself. Stephanie's body is healed. Put veins around where a blood clot was. I mean, it's amazing your body, and that's doctor documented. It ain't just me talking. He actually, you know, said, yes, of course, your body will do that and has done that because she had a deep vein blood clot right here. Right. So her body, to compensate for that, went around that to heal it. So we're into healing one way or the other. We'll pray or we'll use this, but if you put them both together, how powerful can it be? You know? So yeah, that would be a great thing, is put some of this stuff and plant it. And I've thought about that myself, is planting these certain ones. I even got some seeds, but it seems like I'm running back and forth so much and going back and forth. It's hard to contend with this stuff. We had a beautiful plant. I think usually I don't even keep plants. And had a beautiful plant. I think that's what Miss Paula gave us. And it flourished. I mean, usually I'm not big on plants, especially inside. Outside, you're growing things, but this thing really flourished. We put it in the sun. We put it right there in the window in the kitchen, and this thing just went and went and went. And then we went to Alabama, and we was gone for 2 months, and that thing came back. It was just dead as everything, but there was nobody to help. There was nothing, so again, but it was a beautiful plant. It was all reaching out for the sky, praising Yahweh. That's what I say, it was reaching up, and it was just growing so good, but then we couldn't water it, and I was afraid to throw it outside because, animals and stuff like that will just root it up and tear it up anyway. So, well, give it as much as I can, and, so, but a lot of these plants would be great to plant some of these things. And some of these, the dandelions, the things that people think are weeds, that they're good for you as well, right? So I'm going to go ahead and we're recording, and we got the YouTube and everything going. So for everybody, may Yahweh bless you. Shalom. May his countenance shine upon you, and may he grant you shalom. And again, if you need anything along these lines, if we can't find it, we will help you find it. And I'm not talking about, monetary stuff. I'm talking about something that we can find and help you, that we can help you research about. I got pages and pages and pages of, there's 400 different things I printed up. We've even went to the bookstore in Hattiesburg, and Stephanie has some of these on her phone, because I sat there, you can't buy every book in there, but we sat down and took some pictures of some of the things and put on her phone. So, I mean, drastic times call for drastic measures. So there's, things that we have to look into and see if I can talk later. It's not working for the throat and the, the talking. So I wouldn't recommend this for doing it before you have a talk or a lecture. That's not working out so good. It's kind of stuck in the throat a little ways, but but again, it's for your veins and all that. So we'll see. But anyway, before I just keep on going, that we will call tonight. And again, if you need anything, if you need any help, you need prayers, then by all means, let us know. So until next time, may Yahweh bless you. Shalom, and have a great and wonderful evening. Shalom, everyone.